This game has kind of an interesting demo mode, but yeah, I'm ready to actually play the game, so let's do that. 3 lives. Okay, what did I just hit? That's much louder than the game. So I'm gonna turn the volume of the TV down just in case I hit that button again. But yeah, 3 lives I didn't actually consider, but there's a possibility that the lives might become a problem. So I'm gonna not accept a death on the first enemy. Okay, yeah, game audio does exist. Going on this. Alright, I can do this. I've played a video game before, but damn, this one is different. I'm gonna try to die less, but I can't promise anything. Especially the way I'm playing right now, this is surprisingly difficult. It's weird how easy this game looks compared to how difficult it actually is when I play it. Like, it looks so simple, but the controls just feel so odd. Maybe it feels better on, like, the controller the game was made for. But who still has one of those? Alright, we made it through World 1. And yeah, I guess I can't touch the screen without that happening. Yeah, that's how the system works. It's nothing on my end. Like, you'll notice that well, maybe you won't notice, but I noticed that is much louder than the actual game. They just made the game quieter for some reason. Huh, they don't bounce. Why is there so much dust on this screen? Maybe I should just get used to watching on the TV. Yeah, that's easier. It's just weird. Okay. Okay, that's how I get through that. I was wondering for a second there how I was gonna manage that. But yeah, I guess that's the way it's designed. You can either you're small enough to get through or you break your way through the other way. Also, did I just go from having a fire flower to tiny with one hit? I must know much less about this game than I ever would have imagined, because I don't know half of what's happening at all. Oh god. Alright. I got this. I can move now. Damn it. Yeah, I can't even get out of World 1. Why is this so difficult? I'm gonna game over again, aren't I? Then what's gonna happen? Nothing. Nothing good, anyway. Wow. I can't get over how much harder this game is than it looks. It's insane. Like, even the hardest jumps, or even the easiest jumps, I mean, I keep screwing up because I just can't manage these controls. At least I'm getting a little bit better at the first world. This game might take all day the way this is going. And I might not finish it at all. I guess we'll see what happens. I wonder if... Yeah, taking one hit takes away both of your phases in this game. I didn't know that. Huh. Let me just see. Can I make, like, save states with this? No, I guess not. I don't think so, anyway. No. I don't see anything like that. If I could, then there'd be no problem, but starting the game over on every game over is a problem. Also, if I could remap the controls, that would be better, because I just pressed a button I thought would jump and it didn't. Like, there's one way I would want to remap the controls, and it would clearly be so much better than the default controls they have, and I just don't know if it's possible to remap them. Jump isn't that bad. There we go. It's as far as I've made it so far, I think. Wait, no. I think I made it to that Koopa before, but died in a pretty similar way. Haha. Right, this is the thing. Let's go to Warp Zone 4, because I don't think I'm going to beat this game if I don't do something where I skip a bunch of stuff. There just aren't enough lives. I'll never manage. Probably still won't beat the game. I mean, I'm only at 1 life. I'm going to die anyway. Does it really matter what I do? Say I don't remember this level at all. I mean, I remember the first level, but... Well, second level too, but that's about it. As far as my memories go. I don't remember this level whatsoever. But it's over now. So that's one problem solved. Oh wait, I can't create restore points. I pressed that button completely by accident, but it's going to help. Maybe anytime I finish a level without losing a life, I should do that. I don't know. But I'm not going to purposely restart the game or anything. You know, if I game over here, I will start over again, rather than load the restore point, and I'll play the game some way. I just don't know how to put it into words. See, I'll start 1-1, and if I get through without losing a life, I'll create a restore point, and we'll play the game that way, more or less. That way I can actually play, like, all the levels instead of just skipping most of them. Or skipping as many as I can with those pipes. I hate the way that works in this game. Like, I'm so used to the Mario games where if you have a fire flower power up and you get hit, you only go back to regular mushroom status. But in this one, you get hit, you're reverted back to small no matter what. It's brutal. I did do that without getting hit, so let's make a restore point here. Maybe I should make the restore point when I get into the level. Like, And I would turn off the game audio if it, but now I know for a fact I'm regularly going to go into that menu, which is much louder than the actual game. God damn it. Okay, thanks, invincibility frames, but you didn't last long enough for that. I don't think I'm gonna load a restore point every time I die. It seems like it would be a bit much. I think there are some lives you can find in this game. Okay, we're gonna load it if I die twice. Especially to the same enemy. Oh, right. You have to exit out after you load it. It doesn't just automatically go do it after you're loaded. That's there. Maybe it's just gonna come down to memorizing everything about everything, and then I'll be able to casually play the game. Oh my god, that's such a delayed reaction to my input. Oh my god, this game is killing me in more ways than one. Maybe I won't add another Mario game to replace this once it's over, because this is just... I did not imagine at all having this much trouble with it. Now we're gonna just go through the normal way for right now. I think I will probably use the warp later. Once I game over again, I think I'll just load the restore point and do the level with the warp next time. Maybe to World 2, I don't know. I don't know how many levels are in all these worlds. I don't know anything about this game. I didn't even know this place existed. I know I haven't really finished this game on my own or anything, but I'm really surprised at how much is in this game that I just had no idea about. This level doesn't look familiar to me at all. I guess that's a decent plan for this playthrough, is I won't go out of my way to show off all the levels, but I won't go out of my way to skip as many as possible either. Oh wow, the lava is a decoration in this game. Doesn't even exist. It's just a pit. Oh wow. Yeah, this game, I guess it's like a 1985 game or something, so it makes sense, but the difficulty is really unforgiving. So yeah, I'm gonna load the restore point and just go for the World 2 warp this time. Maybe I'll just show off like levels in each world at least. I don't know. I don't have really specific plans lined up, but I'll just play the game however it feels natural with restore points, which is really good because I feel like if I didn't have them, I'd probably have to give up on the game at some point rather than ever finish it. Because this is much harder than I imagined. Alright, let's go to World 2. Yeah, Warp Zone World 2. yeah, I won't create a restore point here, because if I fail here, I'll probably just load back where I was and go to warp 3 next time. Wow. That was so bad, you would almost think I did it on purpose. That wasn't. What can I do? Okay, well, you made me pause the game and look at it, but it definitely is. With everything. I don't know if it was delayed. It's possible. Sometimes it glitches out since I have no control over it. I think it's done stuff like that before. I mean, I don't actually know if it's ever been delayed, but yeah, there are definitely some times where it's just stopped updating in the middle of things for no reason. But this doesn't look like one of them. Can I at least get through World 2-1 before I have to go back and warp to World 3? I guess so. So yeah, World 2-2, that's, I guess, we've showed off enough World 2, we can go to World 3 next time. Okay, this is a solid object. Good to know. Also, apparently there has to be construction next door or something, because I guess whenever this house is quiet, there has to be something going on as close as possible. Must be a rule. At least it's not as annoying as some things. That was a short level. I guess all the levels are kind of short to a degree, but that one felt shorter. Maybe just because I wasn't as bad at it. Oh my god. Help. What's happening? How do I live? You know what, this isn't as hard as it looks. It looks very intimidating, but... Okay, now it looks very intimidating. Slightly different intonation on very, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna go to World 3 next time with the warp. Alright, I have to load the restore point to do that. Yeah, I might as well get the mushroom. It might help me live. Oh, that's not it. Alright. So go to World 3 next time, and then I guess after that I'll just do on to World 4, and if I get through this level without dying on my attempt to get to World 4, I will create a new restore point there. I'm getting better at this level, I guess that kind of happens if you've played the same level over and over again. Go in the warp. There, thank you. Wow, it's dark here. This again surprises me at how little I know of this game. Like, I didn't know there were dark levels. Oh, right, it doesn't pop up again when I'm right there. Forget about that. Oh god, these guys. I remember they exist, just not in this game. I mean, obviously they exist in this game, I just didn't remember that they existed in this game, and I'm dead again. Jumping is hard. Way harder than you would think. Why do I even... Why do I even need that? That's... Can I just jump across without it? I don't know. It's kind of in the way. I would have liked to get through World 3-1, but these guys are down here this time, so that's not going to happen. Alright, let's go to World 4 and forget that World 3 existed because it was awful. I never want to think of World 3 again. Oh, I guess they were on a different cycle this time. Most likely because of something I did to make them do that. Because the other times I was able to just run past and that one Goomba wouldn't hit me, but not this time. Alright, made it through to World 4 without losing a life, so we'll create a new restore point. Are there actually extra lives in this game? I don't even know at this point. I'm second guessing myself because I haven't seen one. Pretty sure there are, but maybe this was just back in the day when extra lives were actually hard to find. Then there was like a phase where they weren't hard to find, and then in modern games they realized the life system was way outdated and stopped using it for the most part. Because there's no real reason to have lives in video games since, well, there's really no reason to have lives in video games outside of arcades, essentially. It took them a very long time to realize that. Alright, since I got through that, we'll make another restore point. It's really unfortunate that that menu is so loud compared to the actual game. I wonder if I can change that. No, this is controller settings. I wouldn't be able to change volume in that. That wouldn't be a thing. I don't know how to decide when I'm going to use restore points. I don't want to just use one every time I die, but maybe that is the best decision to make sure I can actually finish the game. Wow, okay. Don't go for that mushroom. It's a trap. Maybe this is just the kind of video game I'm bad at. Everybody's got to be bad at some kind of video games. Maybe this game isn't even hard. Maybe I'm just that bad. I mean, I'm not good at video games in general, but maybe I'm just especially bad at ones like this. I almost died there. Is this another shortcut? I don't know. I don't know if this is... Does this lead somewhere? It does. This is a warp zone to 5. You know what? I'm gonna take it. We don't need the rest of World 4. It's not worth it. Just go straight to World 5. And create a restore point. I normally do them at the start of levels, but I didn't think about it until I already jumped those guys. It's not a big deal. I expected that cannon to do something, but it didn't. That one did. And I didn't even see that cannon, so caught me off guard. This time I'm more prepared though. Oof, that's a lot going on. Well, not really. It's a couple things. But still, it's clearly too much. Alright, it doesn't fire if I'm right there. Yeah, I have to load a store point here. That's not the jump button. That's not the first time in this playthrough I've died to the controls that you can't remap. Thinking something is a jump button because, like, logically I should be able to bind it to do that, but I can't. Instead I have to grip the controller in a really weird way to make it semi-functional. I guess there's any number of weird ways I could make it semi-functional. But they're all awful compared to the natural way of holding the controller that I'd be able to use if I could remap the buttons. Alright, on to World 5, 2. Oh god, not these guys again. I feel like all I can do is just jump at them and hope for the best. And that time the best didn't happen. That time I wasn't even anywhere near him. I guess he's just got an absurd hitbox. A gigantic invisible foot, essentially. That guy's got a gigantic visible foot, which is equally problematic. How do I actually get past this guy? I might be stuck. I can't even possibly imagine a way to get past this one enemy. Well, I guess... Have I checked everything I can? I guess none of these are question mark blocks. So... Yeah, if there's no mushroom up to this point, I have no idea how to get past it. I guess I can create a restore point right there, run at him 1,000 times, and count how many times it takes for it to work. Let's do that. One. Two. Three. Four. 5. before. I didn't know you could kill those guys. How did I just do that? I thought going into them in any way would just kill you, but I guess you can kill those guys. Huh. Is it just by jumping on them? Maybe when they don't have a hammer you can jump on them? Just knowing that you can kill them like that is actually news to me. I had no idea. Alright, where does this take me? If I don't load the restore point? I don't know where that is. Oh. No, I don't know where that is, actually. Okay, I know where I am now. Why do I die to the same enemies every time? It's like I have a legendary ability to just completely not learn from my mistakes, no matter how much I try. Okay, that guy, I guess you can't hit from the top at all. I didn't think you could. I didn't do it on purpose. It just happened, but that confirms it. I think I'm gonna create a bunch of restore points within the levels at this point because the levels are getting harder. And redoing the same things a bunch of times isn't fun. I almost made... well, I died immediately after. I almost made that mistake, so it doesn't really matter, but I almost died again to not knowing which button the jump button was, or which buttons worked as jump buttons. I was trying so hard to not have that exact thing happen. The lesson is never try. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say that this is the case, that I'm bad at Mario games. Especially the 2D ones. Like, it seems fair to say that much at this point, because, like, I can't do anything. I'm just dying everywhere. No matter how specifically I try to not die in a certain way, I just die anyway, in the same way that I'm trying to avoid. Okay, well, it's 5-3. Let's create another restore point. Then play some more. See, I'm pretty much 100% certain at this point that if it weren't for the restore points, I would have to not finish this game and just give, like, mostly a refund for it. Because I would have gotten, like, I don't know, like 1,000 game overs, and after each one I would have to start the whole game over again. It just wouldn't work. I would never finish. So, like, these levels don't even seem to give power-ups for the most part anymore. Some of them do, like, have one somewhere, but it seems like any time I touch anything I'm dying because there's no power-ups to prevent it. This game is too difficult. Would not recommend. And can you imagine that? The game makes it difficult to change your direction mid-air. I mean, logically you shouldn't be able to do that at all, but still, it should be easy, right? I should be able to just change direction in midair. That's physics for you. Okay, yeah, like I figured there is one here. I just didn't get it last time because it went slightly off screen and you can't go back to get something that's slightly off screen, and momentum in this game is a killer. It's killed me so many times just not being able to land on a platform because I just slide off of it. That was also why I couldn't get this mushroom before. Like, too much momentum. I couldn't really stop. Let's create a restore point there, because I don't want to do that other stuff again. Since I managed to die there, in such a small gap, I didn't even know it was possible to die there. But I guess I can prove anything's possible. Was that worth it? Probably not, but I am alive, so might be. Where those cannons come from? There were bullet bills all over the place, but there were no cannons in the level. Someone's cheating. I guess you could argue that it's also me, because I'm using restore points several times a level. But would you really rather watch like 5 hours of the first level? Because that's what this stream would essentially turn into, and then the game would never get finished and I'd smash everything. And then we'd never have any more streams at all. Wow, that's that has a long range. I can't stop there. But I can't not. Okay, I guess I can. If I go there, I can spawn it. I have to spawn it and then wait for it to go around. Is this thing low on battery? I think it is. Which sort of makes sense. Let me plug that in. Yeah, the Wii U controller charges battery very slowly, or it loses battery very quickly, or both. If I had to guess, I'd say probably both, to be honest. I feel like there was a power up there, but with the fire, there's no way I could have got to it. Damn you, pixels. I'm gonna load the restore point. I got hit because something hit me, essentially. But it was close to not hitting me. That wasn't close to not hitting me. And also, hey Fru. Yeah, I have no idea how I managed to be so bad at this game, but it's clearly a thing. Okay. I get to live if I just be a little bit more careful here. If it weren't for restore points, I'd probably not get too far out of the first world by now. God, this is going so badly. Oh crap. I forgot that exact thing would happen if I stood there. I sort of remembered, but it was clearly too late. I really have to learn what the timing is to get past that, because I'm too impatient to wait it out every time. It's clearly not that. Problem is, I can't consistently run. Like, I can't tell whether my run input has registered half the time. Sometimes my jump inputs don't register, but when that happens, it's more obvious, because when that happens, I'm dead. Of course, occasionally it does register and I'm dead anyway because I jumped into something. But those details don't matter. Those platforms are very small. Alright, I'm gonna not use restore points on every death this time. But I am if I die twice. Dying twice is worse than dying once. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if loading a restore point there is faster than just... It probably is faster than just waiting for the game to load back in the normal way. It's probably close, but... I feel like that's a bit faster. Not that it matters much, because it's not much faster, but still. Less time waiting for the game to load is better. Okay. I made it this far. Can't turn back now. I was tempted to use a restore point here, but... I should have created a restore point there, but I feel like getting through the entirety of this level without creating a new restore point is the way to go. Would help my pride slightly if I could actually finish this level. And I desperately need that at this point, especially if I'm going to be jumping into pits some more. And you know I'm going to be doing that. Jumping, falling, basically anything that's in the direction of a pit, I'll try out. Dying directly over a pit, that counts too, I guess. Yeah, I think the bottom path is easier to take. By a lot. Getting used to this. I made it. Oh, I have to jump there. Damn. Damn it. Such an unpredictable ending. I thought the game was over, but this wasn't even the right castle. I guess I'll create a restore point because we're still playing the game. And I need restore points. They're my entire life. This level is confusing me. Too dark. I preferred the place with all the fire. At least it was bright. Oh God. Gotta say, I don't like the Lakitu levels. Feels like I'm being harassed. Because I am. At World 6-2, but I think I'm starting to get used to the controls a little bit. Still not enough to be anywhere near decent at the game, but enough that I can sort of figure out how to jump sometimes. And that helps. Jumping is a valid skill. Valuable even. but it's also valid. Can't really invalidate it as a skill. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Don't ask where, because I don't know what's in this direction. Probably World 6-3 eventually. Beyond that, I have no idea. Maybe there's a World 6-4. Who knows? I'm gonna just wait for this thing to be out of my way. It's easier than trying to dodge. Yep, World 6-3. And it's... what is this? This world is... it appears black and white. Except for the platforms and Mario. And parts of the clouds. And that thing. Okay, it's not really black and white then. Because there's too many exceptions. Okay. What I need to do is get on that platform. The one that's in the middle of all these platforms that I can see. Oh, but the platform disappears there because the screen went too far to the right. So that makes perfect sense. Things cease to exist if you can't see them. Everybody knows that. This should keep the platform on screen. Then I can use it to jump to the other platform, and then the other platform. But then, unpredictably, there are more platforms. I was not prepared for that. It's too many platforms. It's almost like this game is a platformer. Oh god. I'm actually going to create a restore point in the middle of this level. This level is too long and complicated. I don't want to start over. It's like I mostly don't want to create restore points in the middle of levels, but sometimes levels are hard. And they're worth making exceptions for. World 6-4. I don't actually know how many worlds are in this game. But we're at another castle, so that's a plus. It signifies progress, as well as burning pain and death. I like the sound of all of those things. Oh my god, I can't drop down. It's too difficult. The momentum won't let me. That was pointless. But at least I tried. I tried enough to know that it's not worth trying anymore. It's better to just ignore it, but then that happens, so I don't know. Maybe I should just land on it. And wait there to move on. That works, I guess. It's not the best way of doing it, but I see no specific problems with it. I can do that. It's genius. Oh my god, he's got a lot of hammers. I didn't know he had any, to be honest, until just now. That's completely new to me. I had no idea Bowser even owned a hammer. I mean, I guess it makes sense considering he's always got a hammer behind him on the bridge. But... or is that an axe? That's probably an axe. Close enough. They're both things. Maybe he's throwing axes too, I don't know. I didn't actually get a good look, but chances are I wouldn't be able to tell with the way the sprites in this game are anyway. Yeah, I can't really tell. If I had to guess, I'd say they're hammers, but... yeah, and the thing in the end looks like an axe. How am I gonna get to it? He's got so many hammers in the way. I am not ready for this kind of combat. If I fail a few more times, I'll probably make a restore point closer. I mean, starting the whole level over again every time is all well and good, but eventually it gets boring. Okay. That worked out. I didn't really plan much, I just sort of went with it. But that seems to be the only way to succeed. The princess is in another castle, so there is a world 7. And I don't think I've seen... well, I know I haven't seen a single extra life in this game, but I feel like they were a thing. Maybe they're just hidden. Well hidden, even. Maybe I shouldn't, like, let those things follow me that far. Maybe I should be more careful. Be more careful. I don't know where I'm going with that. Okay, I'm gonna create a restore point here because I don't feel like messing around with these guys more than I have to. Okay. I got past them first try, but how was I supposed to know that was gonna happen? I'm still gonna create a restore point past them because I really don't want to have to deal with them again. It was just a lucky coincidence that I succeeded. Well, not really, but... like, I'm sure I could get them to do that consistently, but I'd rather not have to worry about it. Apparently there's some more after that, but I'm not creating another restore point for them. They don't deserve it. They're not cool enough. Oh wow, that led to underwater. Let's make another restore point. Let's hope these things don't try to kill me, which it looks like they might try to do, but I can get around them like that. They can definitely swim better. I have to use strategy to avoid them. They are good at swimming. Oh god. This water section is longer than some of the others to this point. In fact, I think there was only like one other to this point, but this is definitely a longer water section. Just trying to survive here. Don't worry about me. I guess like the whole level was underwater. I think the other one, the whole level was underwater too, but it was much shorter. I feel like the water levels are the only ones I can get through without dying much. I don't even think I died in that one at all. But when I resurface, you can expect me to die a lot. Dying by fish can happen too. I don't know if either of those deaths was actually by fish. I can't remember whether the first one was fish or Goomba. But you could argue they're indirectly from the fish every time because they're distractions. Could definitely make a case for that. I don't know if it would hold up in any court, but you could try it. God damn, Koopa. Deliberately ate my jump input. I could sue. If it didn't kill me. Oh, maybe the coins give you an extra life if you collect like 100 of them. I didn't even think of that. That's cruel. Okay, so you can kill them if you jump on them, but a lot of times I guess they hit you from a slight angle, which makes that not work. Oh, god damn it. Why am I just so bad at that? I don't even know what I mean by that. It's just everything. Why am I so bad at everything? Okay, I'm gonna create a restore point when I get to like the midway point of this level now, because it's been enough restarting from scratch. Of course, I have to actually get there to do that. If I would have jumped with any more momentum, I would have died the other way, so there wasn't much I could have done in that specific situation. Okay, create a restore point here. It's as good as it's gonna get. I think that sound does indicate you get a 1-up, so I'm gonna save after that. Because actually having an extra life sounds cool. Those platforms seem more slippery, but it's probably just because they're small. I didn't need to load that, I wasn't dead. I just assumed I was. Because it happens a lot when I get hit. I am actually alive, though. But should I be? Is it worth it? I don't know. Maybe I should have just reloaded and kept the mushroom, but I guess we're gonna do the World 7 castle without it. I'm sure it'll be fine. We've done all the other castles like this. This is exactly how the other castles turned out to start too. I just die at the start every time. Happens. It's normal. I feel like there should be threats here, but there aren't. And it's making me extra nervous because of it. This is a good use of empty space. Maybe I'm supposed to be going a certain way. Maybe this is a puzzle. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. What if I just run to the right constantly? Yeah, this just keeps going. There must be a puzzle to it, somehow. I don't remember anything about this at all. Okay, it ends there. Maybe it's just a very long hallway that led to me overthinking it. I'm thinking that's probably what it was. No? Because now we're here again, so that can't be it, can it? I am so confused at this level. It just keeps repeating the same things. I'm not sure why. There's got to be a puzzle to this. I mean, I'm pretty much out of time here. There's no way that would... I'm not gonna reload the restore point. Where do I spawn in if I just don't? Okay, it's at the start of the level, so I might as well load the restore point. Should I know where I'm supposed to be going? Was there some kind of hint at some point? Okay, I'm gonna create a restore point here. Damn it. Okay. This is actually a tough jump, so it's good that I created the restore point. I don't know if I have to make that jump, but it feels like I do. So if I don't, then I just wind up in this loop that I'm in right now anyway. I don't get it. I don't get this part of the game at all. Am I supposed to know what's happening? I find that a very valid question. Because I have no idea. At all. What is happening and what I'm supposed to do about it. Okay, I can just keep going right, but I run out of time eventually because it seems like this is just an endless loop that I'm in. I guess I'll try that. Let's just try going right. Maybe it's not actually endless. course, I have to slow down sometimes because it winds up on that cycle. I'm just gonna keep going right. We're all gonna find out what happens when I go right, I guess. That's it. There's nothing more complicated about it. It's just I'm going right, and we're gonna see what happens, if anything. It definitely feels like I'm missing something. Like, I mean, it feels like there's a certain way I'm supposed to go, but if there is, then I feel like I'm missing some kind of hint that the game would leave on where I'm supposed to go. Because I don't feel like it would just make you go some specific way when you don't know how you're supposed to do it. But I don't see anything in the game explaining anything or giving any kind of hint. Like, the only idea I can come up with is to take every path once, but I'm pretty sure I just did that, and that didn't work. I might have to look this up, because I have no clue. And this is not interesting at all, from any perspective. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna look that up right now, because I have no clue what I'm doing here. Let me try listening carefully. Now, according to, like, something I just saw when I looked it up, like, there's supposed to be sound effects here that indicate if you're going the right way or not, but I don't hear any sound effects at all. So yeah, I guess that would explain something if there's supposed to be sound effects and I'm not getting any sound effects. That would explain why I can't solve this. So I guess I'll just look up the solution like I initially intended to do before I realized there was supposed to be some kind of conveyance that I'm not getting. Yeah, just watching a video, I can clearly hear the sound effect they're talking about, but it doesn't seem to be playing in my game. I don't get it. That's baffling, but whatever. I had to look up the solution, but whatever. It's better than being stuck forever, like I would be. Because, I don't know. Apparently there's supposed to be a sound effect. Did they remove it for the Virtual Console release? Or, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't in this version, but if there was no sound effect at all ever in this version of it, that brings back the question of how are you supposed to know where to go? Or that you're even doing anything wrong. I mean, you'd realize you're doing something wrong eventually by how you're not getting anywhere, but that doesn't really help if there's no conveyance on what the right way, what the right thing to do is. But yeah, apparently this is World 8. I don't know how many worlds there are. I feel like there weren't more than 8. I thought 6 might have been the last one, then I thought 7 might have been the last one, but maybe 8 is. Or maybe there are more than 8 worlds and I just don't even know. Oh my god, dying some more. Like I lost all of my ability for basic platforming by getting stuck in that level. That almost makes sense, so I'm gonna go with that. It looks like it's an easy jump, but it isn't. Because momentum in this game is insane. It seems to work differently almost every time. Could just take the jumps slowly, not even try running. Even then I almost fell off. God, okay. There we go. No, not there. Let's try it differently. Without getting crushed. Possibly. I might have to create another restore point after getting like past this jump if I keep dying there. There we go. It wasn't that hard. Just took 80 tries for no reason. Why do these enemies flash? A bunch of them anyway. Is that supposed to mean anything or is it just a glitch? Oh god, that was close. I was being so careful and I almost killed myself because of it. Okay. I'm gonna start creating restore points in the level because this level's way too long to not do that. Some levels are just so much longer than others, and I'm not sure why. I guess it just naturally works out that way. There doesn't have to be a reason for it. It's true. Are those all one block gaps? I was doing that a little bit in the last level just because I was stuck and didn't really care, but if they're all one block gaps, then yeah, I should just run. It's a good point. Let me just... Eventually I'll get back to them and I can see. Or at least... Yeah, these look like... one block gaps, mostly. Yeah, they are. And you really don't need full speed, you just have to pretty much walk and you're fine. Yeah, that's much easier than trying to jump them. I mean, I guess that one, it works pretty easily either way. There we go. Except, anytime I say something along those lines, I have to die right at the end of the sentence. It's just the way it goes. I need to find a good way to move from this save state. I guess like that. That's fine. I want to make a save state here, or a restore point, I guess they call it, but I feel like I'm near the end of the level. It's got to be near the end of the level. This level's already been so long. It just seems to keep going, though. Okay, screw it, I'm creating another restore point. Is this secretly another puzzle level that I just haven't noticed as a puzzle yet? No, okay, it's over. Good. I wonder what Mario game I would want to play after this one. I'd probably want to play something more recent that's less brutal. But I don't have anything specific in mind. I mean, I don't think there are a lot of Mario games that are less recent than this one, but I don't know how much more recent I would want, ultimately. Oh, I didn't do a restore point at the end of this level, or at the start of the next level. Now I get like 4,900 less points because of it. I don't know which game has soap. That was a bad plan all the way. At least I can pretend I learned my lesson. Can I kill this Lakitu? I'd very much like him to not be right here anymore. Okay. You can kill Lakitus in this game, you just can't steal their clouds. Yeah, it's a good strategy for crossing gaps, it just doesn't work so well if I run directly into an enemy with it. So I should stop doing that sometime. There we go. I have to adapt and overcome and run into different enemies next time, and then eventually adapt to them, but not by jumping directly into them. I just can't seem to grasp that that's not the way to kill them, even though it's never been the way to kill anything. Oh god, what have I done? Okay, let's just create this here because I don't like that sequence I've been doing a few times. Good jump. Me doing a jump and not dying is always worth celebrating. Alright, it's not mess around with that jump. Guess it wasn't as hard as it looked. Oh god, why? Where are those Goombas even coming from? The sky? I guess it makes as much sense as anything in this game. Maybe that jump is as hard as it looks and I just got lucky the first time. Did I ever consider that? I'm starting to. Just make another save here. Cause yeah, for those who missed it, I came to terms with how I am ridiculously bad at this game. And I guess it's a good thing there are restore points, because otherwise this playthrough would never get anywhere near done. I would have probably spent, like, of the hour and 20 minutes I've been playing this stream, if I didn't use restore points, I'd probably have spent like 60 minutes of it, at least in the first world. I'd just always go back there. I'd be pretty much stuck there the whole time. Just wait for you guys to get out of the way. Then get hit anyway, because why not? Load here and realize I didn't make a new restore point for the next level. But it's not that far off, so it's fine. Alright, you made it back to World A3. Bastard. Yeah, I don't think anything in this game likes Mario. The floor can attack him if it really wants to. By throwing hammers back up, I guess. Okay, I might want to just create a restore point next to those hammer guys because they suck. They're the worst. I mean, they're not the worst at killing, but they're the worst at not killing. And what I want is to not be killed here. That's pretty much what I want everywhere when you get right down to it. I wanted to not get hit by hammers, but that made me die. Let's save again. It's pretty much save everywhere constantly. That's what it comes down to. It's the only way. Ah, I killed one. I'm a genius. Holy crap, how many did they stick at the end of this level? Is that really necessary? I would have been fine with 0. You don't need like 5 or 20 or 4. Or 24. Yeah, after showing all of the worlds to some extent, to the most reasonable extent. go. Made it through eventually. God, they put way too many of those guys at the end for no good reason, I guess, except to make you die. Which, I mean, they've done enough to do that in the last bunch of worlds. I would say more, relatively speaking, because Dynamite Headdy I only had to start doing towards the end because the bosses were stupid. Like, I could do the beginning of Dynamite Headdy without cheating, or without save states, which I guess in that case is cheating because... Actually, I don't know when... They probably did release Dynamite Headdy in some other versions that have restore points and such, but... If it wasn't at the press of a button in that game, I wouldn't have been able to probably do it because it would take forever. But yeah, this game, pretty much from like World 2, I had to start using restore points. Or, well, I started using them earlier, I think. I pretty much started using them as soon as I discovered they existed. Because otherwise, obviously, I'd still be in World 1. And yeah. For a lot of worlds, like, the only thing I want to try to limit for the restore points is just trying to get through, like, the actual world in one life when it's reasonable. Some of the worlds, they specifically make that very unreasonable. Like the previous world where they stuck like 10 Hammer Brothers in the same level. Okay, this is some kind of maze level from the looks of things. Which doesn't make much sense to me at all. I might have to look up the solution for this one as well, because as I found out with the World 7 castle, it was apparently a puzzle, but for some reason, apparently it's supposed to have sound effects. I don't know, maybe it's only a certain version that has the sound effects, but from what I looked up, it was supposed to have sound effects, but it didn't, so there was no indication that I was doing anything wrong. I don't get it at all. I mean, I had a Wii U, there's not a lot of games for it. And I definitely regret it. But what can you do at this point? Okay, yeah, this is definitely a maze slash puzzle level. I just don't know which of these pipes I'm actually supposed to take. Okay, maybe that was progress, because those enemies don't seem familiar to me in this level so far. But this one takes me back to the start, maybe? Yeah, from the looks of things. From the looks of things, this is going to be a very annoying level, so I'm probably going to start using restore points in the middle of the level pretty soon. Well, I used to speedrun Aria of Sorrow at some point. So yeah, that would be there. I think it's on the casual list, maybe. Is it still there? Yeah. It's on the voting list. So there's that. I can't make this jump anymore. I can't jump. That was a jump. That was a jump. But yeah. And then, like, obviously I did Pikmin 3 a while ago, because that was the whole reason I got it, but goddamn. So not worth anything. Okay. This, I think, is where I'm actually supposed to go, so I'm going to create a restore point here so I don't get lost here again. It's too easy to get lost in this level with no real indication where to go. I think it's... I'm also dying a lot, which doesn't help. Not sure which of those is worse. The dying or the getting lost. Am I supposed to go in that pipe? I probably am. Just because that's the most difficult possible pipe to get into. Just because I can't figure out how to get up there at all. Pretty sure I would have to use the Paracoopas, but how the hell am I supposed to do that? I can't get an actual jump with them. I can bounce off of them, but that's it. I can't get any extra height from doing it at all. I'm confused. I hate this castle. I hate all of the castles, I guess, when you get down to it. They're all pretty bad. But this one is even worse. Oh, there's a hidden block. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I'm actually surprised how little of the game I knew about it going into. Like, I expected to know more, but there are so many levels I have absolutely no memory of that I've come across in this playthrough. Like, I expected to be more familiar with it just because of seeing people play it at some point, but so many of these levels I just have no idea about, and this is one of them. I don't remember this level at all. The World 7 castle was the worst, though. Okay. I finally got onto it. Okay, now there are a bunch of fish coming out of the lava and the solid blocks. Nice. Okay, I'm guessing I'm supposed to jump into one of these pipes. No idea which one, so I guess we'll just have to guess. Like, I guess it helps that I can't enter most of them. That narrows it down. Is this the right way? No. So I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that I can go the wrong way. Because this castle is brutal enough. This is making me want to completely forsake playing older Mario games ever again. That might be the same pipe. Yeah, okay, so I know which pipe not to enter, I think. It's one of them. That one, maybe? Or was it the next one? I think it might have been this one. Nope, this was the right one. Okay. Wow, that pipe looks cool. Okay, fire underwater. I vaguely recall that existing in a video game, but I'm not sure if I remember it in this one or not. But yeah, fire underwater, that's the thing. Wait. Is this... Okay, no. I wanted to create a restore point there, but I wasn't sure if I was actually making progress or not. For all I knew, that was back at the start of the level again. Yeah, you can mention whatever mechanic you were referring to unless you think it's going to come up again very soon and I'm supposed to have to figure it out at some point. Okay, now I can restore or create a restore point here so I can not die. Yeah, I might try Super Mario World. I feel like I vaguely recall more of that game. Vaguely recall still though, so I don't know. It might surprise me. Because I expected to know a lot more about this game than I did. running into Hammer Bros has been like half of the playthrough so far. Good times. Yeah, it's probably not a thing in this one because that's what I was trying to do the whole time. It just doesn't work. It didn't work on those anyway. Oh my god, I can't get the momentum. I think I have to kill that guy because I can't get the momentum otherwise. Oh my god. This is difficult. I'll try it on this one if I can actually land on him. I was trying to time the press of it, so maybe holding it is a thing in this game, and on other games it became more lenient and made it work when you were pressing it. Because I remember in other games it was easy to just like bounce off of enemies and gain extra height by just pressing the button when you landed on them, but that didn't work with any of the enemies I tried it on earlier. I can't get to him. He's moving so unpredictably. It's like, just imagine trying to watch me do a playthrough of this without restore points. I would have had, let's see, 10 game overs probably to this one enemy, and from each one I would have to start at the start of the game again. Just imagine that. Yeah, I was holding it on that guy and I didn't get any extra height at all from it, so it's probably not in this one. Oh, the start of the world, really? That's not even that bad then. I could swear last time I got a game over on World... No, that wasn't actually World 2 now that I think about it, so... I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be as bad, but... Still, even from the same world would be pretty bad. I don't know. Why does he have so many hammers? Oh, okay, so it's not actually like a... Oh right, you have to start at the same level. Even just from the same level would be pretty bad, so... Yeah, you could start from the same world, but you have to input codes for it. I guess that makes sense, but... Damn, holy crap, look at all these hammers. Where did that come from? That's it. I'm going for it. I'm just gonna brute force it. Strategy has failed me. That was a sorry attempt. Okay, I don't think that level of brute forcing is going to work. There we go. It required a little bit less force and a little bit more brute. Present you a new quest. Push button B to select a world. Is okay. I don't think button B is what they meant. Because I just pressed B and it took me to World 3. I don't get it. Is that the right B button? I'm confused as hell. Didn't seem to let me select anything. It just put me back in World 3 for some reason. I'm gonna just die a bunch of times for fun. But thanks. Oh yeah, things harder. That would be undesirable, considering. Okay, that's not good. Right, so... Yeah, I don't think I can actually select anything here. Like, I can't go down and select 2-player game or anything. None of the buttons do anything except start on this menu. I can go into World 1-1. That's about all I can do. Oh, World 1-1 has this enemy, so if you want to play again, I guess, yeah, it does change things up a bit. For some reason. Why I would ever want to do the game again, but with these enemies, is a mystery to me. Ow. Wrong button. I wasn't meant to be pressing a button there. Yeah, let's just game over again and get back to that menu. Like, just for fun. Because game overs are fun. Clearly didn't see enough of them in the playthrough because I was using restore points the whole way. I only probably played out like 15 game overs or something. Huh. Oh yeah, select changes this. Why would select be the button for that? Why would it not be like an up or down button in any way? That really doesn't matter anyway, because I don't really have a player 2 anyway. Yes, player 2 gets to be the real character, but you need a second controller for this, which I don't have. On this controller, I'm allowed to pause the game. So if you had a second player, you could really screw them up by spamming pause a lot and making restore points for them. But beyond that, I can't really do anything. Well, I guess that was this game. Haven't really put a lot of thought into what Mario game I want to add on to the voting list after this one. I guess I'll do some research, probably some more research than went into this game, because this game wound up not being a good fit for me. Thankfully, restore points made it possible to finish the game, because otherwise this would have been dead. I would like to play a good game though, so no Galaxy's out. Alright. I think I'll probably just throw the AFK screen up for a while and set up for playing different games, because this stream's too short. So let's not end it yet. Alright, I forgot, because this game didn't really have credits. I didn't really give thoughts on the game as a whole like I usually do with video games. It was fun, but absurdly difficult to me. And I really didn't expect it to be, so it really caught me off guard, but overall, I probably had more frustrations with this game than I had fun, but what are you gonna do? It was okay. It wasn't an entirely regrettable experience.